My name is Mike Munzing. I've been a lender down here in Orange County, California for about 20 years. Each week I put these little videos together to give you an idea of what's going on, both in our market locally here for real estate lending, as well as nationally, and just kind of what's going to affect you, the realtors, what's going to affect your buyers as well in their effort to own a home here in Orange County. What I'd like to start off with each week is just to give you an idea of what's going on with the rates. Now, on my website, every week, www.mikemunzing.com, I update the rate sheets for the week. I put those on my website so you can take that, you can print that out, take it to your open house. Rates have, hard to say they've edged up this week. They're insanely low. They've been trickling up and down a little bit, but with the kind of instability in the overall world market, craziness over in Europe, obviously our economy is not having a great time. The rates are staying very, very low. They are subsidized by the federal government, by the Treasury, but an overall aspect, as you'll see, if you print that up, they are looking really good. Once again, look on my website as well. I'm going to pop my picture of my website up here. You can see lots of things on it, but over on the far side, one thing you may want to think about now with your websites, let me bring that up into a bigger view. Social media. Social media on your websites, social media with your clients. Big influence. I brought it up last week because I went to Greg Herter's seminar. But you can see how I've integrated these buttons here onto my website. I'm going to integrate them to almost everything I put out because it is so effective with Facebook and with Twitter, with YouTube, and even with LinkedIn. It is just an effective tool to get your information out to your clients, get your name in front of people you know, and it just gets the word out. It will get you business. You will be surprised at the business that it will bring you from past clients, people you know. I've had high school friends call, which is fantastic, and I've been able to help them and just increase your business. As I said, I like to stay on top of things that are going on. One big thing coming out of Fannie Mae, we're going to have to talk about this for a bit, is that the lenders are now going to be required for our buyers, for your buyers, they're going to pull another credit report right before the closing. Now this is critical because we could be ready to close and Mr. and Mrs. Buyer went out and did something crazy, bought carpet, bought a car, did something during escrow. As much as we tell them not to do it, we can't control people. We need to encourage them. We really, together, you guys, the realtors and myself, the lender, need to drive that home. Do not do anything with your credit. If they re-pull that and that credit score drops under a certain threshold, let's say our clients have a 702 credit score, they do something during the process of escrow, that thing drops to a 689, 685, we're in deep trouble. A lot of programs will just disappear under 700. So we need to talk to our clients. It begins from the rumor I'm hearing June 1st. What is that, next Tuesday? This thing's going to be in play. We really need to be aware of it, know what's coming, and we need to talk to our buyers about it. Okay, next I'm going to try and run over this next report very briefly. A lot of you may remember, if you've been watching these videos for a while, the guy that motivated me to start making videos is a gentleman up north by the name of Mark Hansen. Goes by Mr. Mortgage. Fantastic guy, very intelligent, kind of a behind-the-scenes trader, bond trader kind of guy. But he put out a report this week that kind of, his heading said, unless foreclosures double from April's record numbers nationally, the shadow inventory, which are the properties that are in trouble and the properties coming into the foreclosure process, will take nearly 8 years to clear out of the system. Now, that's assuming things stay the same, and that's where it becomes a little bit tenuous on these reports, but that's assuming today's numbers. I'm going to quickly bring up a chart here on the table, on the screen. It may not be overly visible, but what it shows is that nationally, if you look at the very top number, currently 8 million properties are in a distress scenario as of Q1 2010. That's 8 million. Now, they estimate approximately 80% of those properties will at some point go into either foreclosure, short sale, or deed in lieu. That gives you about 6.4 million properties. And as he works his way down, of those, the notice of defaults on a national basis is about 106,000 on a monthly basis. And he also touches in the middle of the report here, all of the efforts. This is where it gets, we've been really hampered by all of the efforts by the government through loan modifications. He calls them the average monthly permanent home retention actions, which includes all of the government programs, the individual bank programs. Those total up to about 153,000 in this report. But the downside about the loan retention programs are that only about 50% hang in there, which drops you down to about 76,000 in the middle of the report. The important thing is, as he works it out, these numbers may not continue to drop unless they really kick in and increase the foreclosures. Let those properties go through the process, so that'll drop us down in this case. So about, if they double the amount right now, all things remaining equal, which is tough to say, that we will be out of the distressed properties in about 3.5 years. It's very conceptual, but it's an interesting report. Let me give you a couple of the highlights on the report that really stuck out for me. One is that, and he made a point about that, the $8,000 home credit for first-time home buyers has now gone by the wayside. And I don't know about you, but I've seen a little bit of a waning, a backing off of the folks out looking for homes. Now, we're in Orange County. We're a little bit isolated in some ways from the national numbers, but a few of these first-time home buyers have been waning a bit. Even more importantly is that the investors coming into the market have waned just a bit. Some of the investors were tired of going after these first-time, or going up against these first-time home buyers who were getting that extra credit, because the investors do not get that. So they backed off a bit. And as Mark says in the report, to base your market, to base your housing market on first-time home buyers is a pretty shaky way to do that, because first-time home buyers, they come and they go. They get real hot and they back off. Now that we've lost that program, it makes it a little tough. And the final information, which is going to affect all of us, and I've been saying that I don't really think that these housing prices are going to hold at these levels for the long period. A lot of people are out there saying that, hey, we've hit the bottom. I don't think so. With the distressed properties being at 14% of the homes out there are effectively underwater, 8 million in a distressed situation nationally, there is becoming an increase in short sales and foreclosures in the market, and that will, on a percentage basis, swing more of the properties, more of the escrows that we have together from into the distressed side than the equity seller side. So it looks like we've got a little softness in the market still coming ahead of us, but let's keep working with those buyers. Hey, it works great for the buyers. Doesn't help our sellers, but it's fantastic for our buyers. We can get them revved up and ready to go. These interest rates are so low, it's a fantastic time to buy. Okay, as we head into the weekend, I just want to remind you again, I am just a little over a week away from the June 8th primary election. Once again, I'm running for the Central Committee here in Orange County. Things are looking really good. A lot of you asked me, hey, how's that campaign going? Better than I could have hoped for. Last night I did a little search on Google under Munzing and endorsements. I've got quite a few more endorsements than I thought I did. Very exciting. A lot of you are stepping up, helping me, getting the word out to your clients who are in the Aliso Viejo, Laguna Hills, Laguna Niguel, Dana Point, San Juan Capistrano, Capo Beach, and San Clemente areas to look for me on the ballot. I'll bring up the sample ballot. Once again, you can see I'm going to be down on the right side of the ballot. It's kind of obvious, but my name's right down there. I am 13th out of 14 on the list, so it's really important to get some name recognition out there. Once again, if you know anybody, if they're going to the ballots, tell everybody go and vote and look for me. I really appreciate it. I look forward to doing a great job. Really, I'm trying to make an impact on the county, on our real estate wherever I can in this particular position. I don't know how much effect I'll have on real estate, but I'm here to be honest, have integrity, have character, fight for our country, and do all I can for ourselves, our buyers, and the market as a whole. All right. Thank you so much for your help. Thank you so much for your kind words on these videos. When we're out in the streets, everyone's so nice and so kind, and I really, really do appreciate it. Write me a note. I'd love to hear from you. Give me a call at 949-689-5626. I love working with you guys. I love working with your buyers, and I'm here to help you. Well, have a great weekend. Should be beautiful out. I appreciate all that we do together, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.